Welcome, it's denome, and welcome to this crypto update. Now, this is going to be an interesting update because at the same time we are bullish, but also we are quite bearish. So there's a couple of things to note. First off, you can currently see there's a lot of bullish news across the crypto Twitter. So for example, here Donald Trump is announcing that he will give $2,000 to low and middle income USA citizens from the tariff income. So this got the whole market excited. Bitcoin pumped, many other assets pumped. Some altcoins even are currently pumping right now. So this is some good news here as well. And then Donald Trump went ahead and he announced some other things as well. So 50-year mortgages, and that the tariffs will be used to pay down US debt, and all of these different things are currently going on. But what gets me worried is when I get to the chart here. So we had this trend line that was supported multiple times. You can see right now we had a rejection perfectly from that line now. So currently, in my estimation, we are in a bear market. So what I would obviously want to see is I would like to get us up on top of this trend line here. Now, to contrast my point that we are not in a bear market is this blue line here, which is the 50-week moving exponential, 50-week exponential moving average. So this has supported us multiple times throughout this bull run. And sometimes you can see we have these short-term trend lines. They get taken to the downside here. Then we hover nearby the 50-week moving average a couple of times. And then the market essentially continues back to the upside. So this has happened multiple times here, as you can see. So right now, even though we are below this trend line, it doesn't necessarily mean that the market will go to the downside. It just means that this trend line has now been broken. And when trend lines break, it usually means that we actually go for more downside. So this is the bearish scenario here. But the bullish scenario is when we take a look at the 50-week moving average, we have a couple of moves to the downside. And last week, when we take a look at the weekly close, we actually closed above the 50-week moving average, which would signal that we want to go to the upside. So all in all, right now, analyzing this chart, it gives me both a green light and a red light at the same time. So it's a little bit annoying. So let's take a look at fundamentals, obviously, together with everything else for this video. But one thing you need to understand as well for this video is that the bullish thing that we will still have this year is the opening up of US government. So when the US government opens up, they suddenly had to give all this back pay to federal employees, some food stamps, and there will be a release of liquidity to the markets at that moment in time. It will also take out some uncertainty from the market, so there will be a short squeeze from that event. But then we obviously have the Venezuela-US threat still looming. They still haven't moved the ships away from there. They still haven't made the strike. And only Donald Trump and his insiders know when they will make the strike, if they will make a strike, and if they will do a follow-up invasion after the strike. So there's multiple scenarios that could happen from this. One is they simply make a strike and then they back out. Essentially, they scare the markets dump, and then it will rally back to the upside. If there's a follow-up invasion, that could probably take us a further move to the downside. But eventually, after the invasion has started, then markets usually rally back to the upside because they understand that, okay, that this means that US government will have to print more money to make everything function again. So all in all, even though this is a looming threat, it is still it's not enough to crash the markets, let's say that. And overall, Donald Trump hates when markets go down for a longer period of time. He likes to announce these stimulus checks, and then he announced the 50-year mortgage, which I think is a complete joke. essentially it's just more risk for the banks, so they need to increase interest rates to compensate that you're not paying down the principal. And if you take your loan in your 30s, you would still be paying down the debt in your 80s. So it's just more risk for the bank if you get a 50-year mortgage, so you would just pay more interest. So it's basically it's a silly thing, a silly concept altogether, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Let's see if and how they will implement it. But the markets essentially took it as a bullish signal for the housing market. But all in all, this is essentially where we are. Now, looking at fundamentals, looking at Bitcoin treasuries.net fast, here from my last update, we had 353 entities, so there's only one entity more from that update, and the amount of Bitcoin in ETFs and in treasury companies is flat completely. So no institutional buying essentially for the last 30 days at all, which is not a great signal because institutions have been floating this market to the upside. Then on Ethereum side, we actually saw a little bit sell pressure. So ETFs have been selling off Ethereum since my last update. The amount of Ethereum in strategic Ethereum companies is exactly the same as in my previous update. So no change there. But a little bit to the downside on the ETF side, again showing us that institutions have not been buying the dip, at least as of now. But looking at sentiment, here we have some bullish movements. So looking at first the supply of Bitcoin on exchange reserves, as you can see, this has been absolutely flat throughout the time that Bitcoin has been trading above 100k. But the last move here, we did see that Bitcoin was leaving exchange reserves, indicating that somebody was actually accumulating it for a long-term reserve. So that is a nice thing to see here. Another nice thing to see here from my last update is that we once again see market cap of stablecoins increasing. So we have new high here of $263.28 billion, which is roughly an increase of $1 billion from my last update. So that is nice to see. We like to see this growing to the upside. Then another good news here is that when we take a look at the amount of Bitcoin on old wallets moving, we're not seeing a lot of profit taking at this price peak here. So I would expect to see much more profit taking. Essentially, we are hitting both almost this top of this trend line here, as well as obviously the trend line that I already showed you. We hit that as well. So what I kind of now expect, by the way, is that we have a move to the downside. We go to this crux here, about 108k, something like this. And from here, we actually have another move to the downside. Kind of like what we had here is double tag or a triple tag of this 50-week moving exponential moving average, and then finally we went and broke to the upside. That's kind of what I'm currently expecting, is nothing too crazy. But when the government opens up, we don't know when. Obviously, the insiders will trade it once again. And when that happens, we have a move to the upside. And after the government opens up, then we have the crash. Now, I don't know if it will happen this week. I would expect it will happen. But this week, I kind of expect a move to the downside here, then a move to the upside when the government opens up. And then we actually go and tag this liquidation below us once again. And from there we might actually head lower or higher. I'm not exactly sure yet. I haven't made up my mind, but overall I'm kind of bullish for this week, even though overall I'm starting to maybe be a little bit more bearish as of now. Now, that said, I am accumulating LDO once again. Now, the reason why I'm accumulating LDO once again is because of what I'm currently seeing happening in the altcoin space. So some altcoins are currently pumping a lot. Uniswap token is one of them. Now, what happened with Uniswap is that they announced that they will start to use the protocol fees to burn Uni tokens. Also, they took 100 million uni tokens from their treasury, and also they will burn that, which will take about 10% of the total supply of uni tokens out of existence. So that is a bullish news for the uni token, and the price of uni token actually had a significant pump after this. Now, if Uniswap token retraces roughly to $7 or something like that, back to this level, then I might actually buy the uni token from here once again. But as you can see, we are still in this bear trend in the uni token. We haven't had a breakthrough from here. And overall, when we take a look at the price of the uni token, it's just not an asset that I really like to buy at this elevated price here, because it has essentially been just flat for since 2022. So I don't necessarily like it. And LDO, I've been talking about it a lot in this channel, and it's just one of the assets that I think has a lot of potential, and it is at this low, completely undervalued in my opinion. So I just want to accumulate it as of now, because they will also do a buyback program. They will not do the buyback and burn program, but they haven't officially announced the buyback program yet. So when they do that, and when they announce the Lido version 3, I think there will be some ETFs that will announce their partnerships with LDO as well. So I'm just accumulating it long term. I think it will play out in the medium term anyway, that we will have the nice pump from the LDO token out of this annoying bear trend here. I think that will happen, and Bitcoin might do whatever it does, but I'm just accumulating the LDO token once again. Now, I know I made the mistake earlier this year. I was able to spot the Ethereum bottom at $1,500, and I made a video about it. And unfortunately, on that low, I invested in LDO and not Ethereum, which was a blunder. I thought LDO would outperform Bitcoin. It would outperform Bitcoin, but it will also outperform Ethereum, but it certainly has not done so. So that was a blunder. But because the fundamentals, in my opinion, are still there for the LDO, I'm just accumulating it anyway. So maybe I'm stupid, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm just disclosing it here. Now that is one thing. Then I do want to mention that there is a new meta in crypto. Now I will make a separate video about this, because this is an opportunity for shorting altcoins. And I made money with this strategy already, so I'll make a separate video for this. So make sure to subscribe and maybe like this video as well, so my next video will pop up in your feed as well. So anyway, this is the new meta, and I will show you exactly how to do it if you want to do so. But there's definitely risks involved. It's not free money, but it is a quite, well, it's proven strategy now. So I will show that as well. So overall, right now, the markets, even though we're getting this pump, I feel like we are currently being manipulated, and we will have another move to the downside. Oh, by the way, I do want to mention this. When we go to the liquidation map, you can see when we go here, Bitcoin liquidation map, and to the 1 week view, we have a lot of liquidations below us, stretching essentially all the way down to 97K. And this is an accumulated number of about $5 billion worth of liquidations at this $8 billion of long liquidations at 98K. And on the short side, there's not a lot of liquidations until we get above 117K. Above 117K, we have this liquidation zone here. So a short squeeze, if that were to happen, I think we need to liquidate the longs here first again. So I think we're gonna head down back to this low here eventually, and from there we will head to the upside. Now I might be completely wrong here, obviously, like I often am in my short-term analysis, but right now I'm just seeing well, the Venezuela thing might happen, but overall I just feel like Trump is announcing these bullish things, but there's nothing concrete. Nobody even knows right now how they are gonna do the $2,000 payment to the low income and middle income people. If it's gonna be a tax relief, is it gonna be a like a helicopter check? Nobody knows. I don't think that Trump himself knows it even. I think he's just wanting to pump the prices right now. I think the insiders are currently selling into this pump here. That's currently my expectation. So I currently expect another move to the downside before we actually head to the upside. Now, if they do the Venezuela attack and that marks the low, and then they open up the government, that would give us a really nice momentum for the rest of 2024 if they will do it in that sequence. Obviously, I don't know. All of this is essentially in Trump's hands, how he wants to play the markets and how they wants to grift and manipulate all of these things. But this this is the state of crypto as of now. Is there something else I want to cover? Well, yes, spot order book depth. This here was pretty accurate. So I actually shared this on my Discord group. If you were part of it, I noticed that the amount of spot longs on exchanges started to increase to $200 million more than we had the than we had sell orders. So at that moment, I was like, okay, this is starting to look bullish, and there's really no reason to be bearish at this low anymore. So I took some longs here, and they were quite useful. But right now, I'm not seeing a lot of sell pressure on the limit side at the moment. So even though I just showed you that I'm expecting another low, the spot order book depth currently does not give me that confirmation which I would like to get. I would like to see a lot more sell demand here at this high, which we're currently not seeing. And as you can see, even at this small retracement back to 105k, it's starting to move green again. So there's definitely starting to look like buyers are active once again. So maybe, just maybe, we will get a move back above this trend line here. And now if that were to happen, then I will flip much more bullish once again. But right now I just feel like we're getting manipulated. Now, maybe I'm wrong here, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But I would definitely, if you're longing right now, maybe consider closing some of those longs. But not exactly sure. Extremely difficult to predict where prices go right now when we have Donald Trump manipulating the markets, and we don't know when the government will open up again. But anyway, that's the video I had for you guys today. Now, again, make sure to subscribe, like the video, so you will get my next update on the new crypto meta. That's it. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.